There once was a young man named Daniel, not rich, not famous, not powerful, but he had something rare, a desire for peace. In a world full of noise, competition, and constant pressure, Daniel didn't want to be better than everyone else. He just wanted to be calm, happy, free. Every morning, he would wake up early, long before the city came alive. He would walk to a quiet hill just outside town, sit down, close his eyes, and breathe. For a moment, everything felt right. No noise, no expectations, no pressure, just peace. But peace is something the world doesn't always understand. At first, it started small. A few people noticed him. They whispered, "Why is he always alone? Is he lazy? Doesn't he have goals?" Daniel heard them, but he didn't respond, because he wasn't trying to prove anything. Days passed, and the whispers turned into voices. A group of people began watching him more closely. They didn't understand his quietness. And what people don't understand, they often attack. One afternoon, as Daniel sat in silence, they approached him. "Why are you always sitting here doing nothing?" one of them asked. Daniel opened his eyes slowly. "I'm not doing nothing," he said softly. "I'm learning to be at peace." They laughed. "Peace doesn't make money. Peace won't make you successful. You're wasting your life." Daniel felt the words, but he didn't fight back. He simply stood up and walked away. But the world didn't leave him alone. Soon, the same group began making things harder for him. They mocked him in public. They spread rumors. They made sure opportunities slipped away from him. When Daniel applied for work, doors closed. When he tried to move forward, something always pushed him back. It felt like the entire world was testing him. One night, sitting alone in his small room, Daniel stared at the ceiling. For the first time, he felt tired, not physically, but deep inside. "Why won't they just leave me alone?" he whispered. For a moment, he thought about giving up on peace, giving up on calm, giving up on being different, because being different was painful. The next morning, he didn't go to the hill. He stayed inside, silent, but something felt wrong. Because even though the world outside was loud, the real noise had now entered his mind. And that's when Daniel realized something powerful. Peace is not found in a place. It is built inside you. That day, he stood up again, not because things got easier, but because he refused to let the world decide who he becomes. He went back to the hill, and as expected, they were there again, waiting, watching. "You're still doing this," they mocked. This time, Daniel didn't walk away. He looked at them calmly and said, "I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to become someone you can't disturb." They laughed again, but something had changed. Daniel was no longer weak. He was calm, on purpose. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The group continued, but Daniel changed. He stopped reacting. He stopped explaining. He stopped proving. Instead, he focused on himself. He learned. He grew. He worked quietly. He found small ways to move forward, helping others, learning skills, building slowly. And something strange began to happen. The same people who once laughed at him started noticing something different. Daniel was no longer affected. No matter what they said, he remained steady. And slowly, their power over him disappeared. Because negativity only works when you respond to it. One day, they stopped showing up, not because they changed, but because Daniel did. Years later, Daniel stood on that same hill. But this time, he wasn't the same man. He had built a simple life, a peaceful life, a meaningful life. No noise, no chaos, no need to prove anything, just peace. And as he looked at the horizon, he smiled, because he finally understood the truth. You don't find peace by escaping the world. You find it by becoming stronger than. Sometimes the world will fight you, not because you're wrong, but because you're different. Stay calm, stay focused, stay true to yourself, because in the end, peace is not given. It is earned.